Hi, everyone. This is EstaRa. How are you on this fine Thursday, November 17th, 2016? I'm here with a message and a reading for you today. I wanted to kind of bring you up to speed with what's happening. So I've been a little remiss in my duties of staying present in terms of, social media and emails. I've pulled away. I'm going through a lot of healing and a lot of shifting within myself, and a lot of clarity has been coming in, and I've just been dealing with lots of changes that have been happening. So let's bring us back to last week. I did a little healing, sent it out to all of you, and then I also did an 1111 gateway upgrade, energy body upgrade. Some of you have participated, I'm sure, from my community, and I offer that out to you. And one of the things that my guides have prompted me was that they want me to offer like a monthly gateway upgrade for Twinflame specifically. So that will be coming up next month in December. I do have another energy body upgrade if anyone's interested on November 22nd. That will be a energy body upgrade. You're welcome to join in. Feel free to contact me through email or to click on the link below inside my video here. It's very interesting times that we're in. So the upgrade kicked up a lot of energy, and I felt like it was a really powerful gateway where I felt connection and union. And so when I did the energy upgrade during the gateway, I felt people come together and merge. And I saw that actually visually during my upgrade experience. And it was really powerful energy, and it was a walloping of energy. So the gateway is raising your frequency, raising your vibration. So if you notice leading up to the gateway, there's been a lot of frustration and I don't know, but I'm not sure if you're all experiencing that, but I was experiencing like short-temperedness and almost like I can't tolerate what I've been tolerating. Almost like the universe is forcing me to deal with stuff, deal with people who are really stressful to my energy, dealing with people who are not in their own alignment or their balance, and it really drains my energy field. So it's like really looking at stuff like that was kicked up prior to the gateway. And I noticed as I was moving through the gateway last weekend that it was getting clearer and clearer to me that it's not okay to not deal with the stuff that, I don't know, we all try to be nice and friendly, and we don't always want to speak our truth. Well, we're being forced to speak our truth. And I really feel like this gateway is, again, about coming out and being who we really are. I mean, my guides have been saying this for a while. I've been telling this message to you guys for a little while. Go into your heart, go into your heart. And then I also got the energy of the full moon. So the super full moon, it put me into like almost, I have to say, for 3 or 4 days, maybe I think it's been 5 days of really deep sleep where I hit the pillow and don't remember a thing until I woke up in the morning with my alarm going off. Now, I laugh at that because I usually don't wake up with my alarm going off. I usually wake up prior to it, and I'm like, okay, I'm awake, let's go. Well, I literally could not wake up for 5 days straight without my alarm going off. And even then, I hit snooze, which I never do. And even then, I still stayed curled in a ball under the covers in my bed. Now, I could say it's because it's freezing, and I am cold in the morning when I wake up and get up in my room. But I feel like it's the energy was just such an intensity. I have no recollection of my dreams or what happened during that time. And I think it's because, a lot was going on internally, a lot of structural changes, but mental structural changes, emotional, mental structural changes. So not just like a physical thing. I do think physical changes have been happening. I know for myself, I've been away from social media and emails. I apologize if I have not responded to your emails. Please understand that I try not to respond too quick. I try to give you a real answer. I don't want to just read your email and say, thank you. I actually try to give you a very thoughtful response. So I try to be very conscious of that. Even in my comments on the YouTube videos, I'm trying to be very considerate. I don't want to just, I don't want to just acknowledge it without really giving you a thoughtful response if I feel I want to. So please understand if I'm a little slow on that, a little lagging behind. I've been stepping away and pulling back and doing some stuff for myself and doing what needs to happen for me, because I found that I've been really good about helping everyone else, and my priorities have kind of gotten a little off balanced in terms of I really need to focus on me and my twin and me and myself, and when I give, which is really kind of who I am, and I give to everybody who knows me knows that's what I do. And I tend to not always put me in that little priority thing. Yes, I do my clearing and what I need to do every day. I do the basic of everything I need to do every day. But I actually need to give a little bit more energy towards that. And so that's what I've been doing this week, is spending a little more time on healing myself and a little more focus on helping my twin. So I haven't had communication with him. I do feel like something is up and going on. I feel like there might be some real stress going on in his life right now, and on an intuitive level, I know that, I sense it. On a human level, I haven't had contact, so I don't really know what is happening. But for us to not have contact tells me something's up. And also the feelings I have of overwhelm, and it recognized it yesterday for the first time. So over the last couple of weeks, the energy has been building up like really strong in terms of feeling frustrated and almost short-tempered and just not wanting to deal with anything, feeling really overwhelmed and thinking, wait, I've accomplished a lot. I feel like I've accomplished nothing, but I have accomplished a lot, but not understanding that that wasn't all me, that was him too. And, it's funny. I think when I don't have contact with my twin, when I don't have physical human contact with my twin, I think I forget, without meaning to, that I still feel him. I still experience him. But what I mean by that, I don't just get to feel the love with him, obviously. I get to feel what he's feeling. So if he's feeling sad, stressed, or overwhelmed, well, that'll reverberate into my reality. And I might be stressed out, but that'll just like amplify it and make it stronger. And I feel like that's what's been happening with him. I've been feeling his stress. He's been stressed. He's been going through something, and I've been experiencing it, but not recognizing that it wasn't all mine. I've had my stuff, but his is much greater, I feel. And I feel that that's been playing in my reality. Well, I connected the dots last night. I woke up feeling a lot lighter this morning, and feeling like, okay, I can do this. I can help in a different way. So that helped me to understand it. But the other thing that's been really surfacing is knowing that, and I mentioned this to a client yesterday, a couple of clients that I had. I mentioned how, we're very good at saying this is what we want. And this is, I want my twin. I wish I could talk with him. But we're not, doing what spirit would like us to do. And so when I say that, I feel like what that means is it's no longer I want. It's no longer supposed to be, I'm so sad without my twin. I feel so alone without my twin. I need my twin. I want my twin. Coming from a place of sadness and desperation. And I may have mentioned this in the previous video. I to be honest with you, I don't remember. But I also feel like we tend to manifest when we're in that space, right? We're manifesting from that yucky space. And I know my guides brought in the message last week clearly about raise your frequency and manifest from there. So manifest from the heart, not from the head. Manifest from here, from love, and out of love versus out of fear and desperation, doubt, whatever it may be. And what's been happening is the last few months, we've had a lot of, negative manifesting because we're manifesting from fear as a global community. So that's what's happening globally. But internally and more individually, we've been doing the same thing. And I think we're at the point of really being able to have what it is we truly want to have. And the universe is backing us and he's here for us. And I think what's happening is we are forgetting that while we're missing our twin and we're not necessarily in the space of, it's funny, I'm getting like all these messages coming at me at the moment while I'm trying to channel this message to you. So I kind of want to, I'm rambling and I apologize for that. So let's hope this kind of goes a little more directed. So what I'm getting is that we're manifesting from fear still. And when we're not manifesting from love, it's fear. And so if fear may look like, where's my twin? Why isn't he here? I don't understand where she is. How come she's not calling me? How come she's not reaching out? If she cares about me, then she would do this. Or if he cares about me, he would do this. If Why is he taking so long moving through what he's moving through? Why can't he just do that faster? Why doesn't he know I'm here to help? Or why doesn't she understand that I'm here supporting her? All that stuff, all that is fear. That's not love. And we could tell ourselves that's love, and we could say that worry is love. And here's what's interesting about what I'm saying to you. So for the last month, I've been getting little mini signs, and I've been getting the signs of, emergency, like be concerned, something's going on with your twin. And I could easily go into, oh my God, something's really wrong with him. I need to be in fear about that. And in the last few weeks, I hadn't done that at all. I've stayed in my heart. I've been staying really balanced with it. I haven't heard from my twin, but I don't feel sad. I actually feel like it's okay. I'm going to be with him. We're just not together at this moment. Like, he's doing his thing, I'm doing my thing, and I'm allowing myself to stay in that center. But I have to tell you, after last weekend's wallop of the full moon energy and feeling really overwhelmed with people in my life that are not doing what they need to do for themselves and feeling their reverberations in my field. I did a really interesting clearing on myself recently. And as I was clearing, I was literally pulling off people, like people's names. Some were clients, some were friends, some were acquaintances, some were just people that I randomly thought about that popped into my field, or randomly thought of me and sent me a message. I literally pulled them off of me, and they would look like, if you all remember growing up, like in the summertime, like pricker bushes, or like these little clumps of like prickery things that hurt. That's what they were in my field. And I started pulling them off of me. And when I started to do that, I started to get a little clearer. And I started to recognize, oh my goodness, I am starting to get that fear of, he's not okay, something's wrong, something's really wrong. And when that started to happen, I started to get concerned and thinking, oh boy, I started to doubt. I started to be like, oh boy, I haven't heard from him. Then maybe he doesn't care about me. Those really crazy thoughts came in that aren't my normal thoughts and actually aren't really where I've been. But those are the thoughts of some of those people. That's how they think, or they think from fear. They might not be thinking those words because that might not be their situation or their issue. And they may not even be a twin flame. But those fears that they carry within them about not trusting themselves, all that stuff, that's reverberating into my field because I'm interacting with them. And I, when I'm not feeling well, I cut cords, but I have to tell you, I'm not always as present, making sure that cord doesn't get connected to me. So that brought me into the space of, I really need to pay attention and hunker down and start working again. And so when I say that, I need to start working on me and focusing on me and my twin, not so much focusing on clearing specific people from me, all that stuff. But that is a piece of it. Every day is to do a clearing, every day to do a healing on me, every day to bring myself quiet in meditation. And even if that quiet meditation is 5 to 10 minutes, that is like so imperative for our soul. We need that every single day just to be okay. And I found that over the last few months, I've been doing that every day, but it's been a struggle to maintain that every day and stay in that focus because I've been so busy giving out to everyone else that, it's like I put me and then my twin, and then our relationship, our union, and then working on him was up here at the top. And then as the months have gone on, the last couple months, it moved down because I had a lot of physical, human, mental things to deal with. And I moved the priority down a little bit, and then my clients came in, and then I moved the priority down again, and more clients, and then I changed, and friends needed help, and so then I moved it down further. Well, what I've decided and discovered is that I can't ever put me down at the bottom, and I can't ever put my twin down at the bottom. And I say this to you, but let me tell you, all week it's been a bit of a struggle. So I found that during this week, it's been a struggle. Physically, I've had stuff going on, as you all know, with my back going out, and I had an infection from the water I drank back in August in the Hamptons that it kind of got a little better, but it never went away, and it kind of came back and up, and it's a problem. It has been a problem for me. So I've been dealing with that over the last couple of weeks. So that's made me more sluggish and tired. And so it was easy to do my basic work that I do every day for myself and my twin, but to really spend time honoring our love and honoring our union and spending time doing that. I wasn't doing that. So I noticed that that needs to come up again. And I'm telling all of the story to you because I feel like I'm not alone in that piece. I know I'm not alone because my guys are telling me that there's a lot of people out there that think they're focusing on their union when reality is they're focusing on, I'm not with my twin. Why isn't he here yet? Why is he not responding? Why is she not showing up? Why isn't she hearing what I need? Why doesn't she know more? All this stuff that we've been projecting outwards, like it should be now. Why isn't it now? Which it should be now. We shouldn't be waiting anymore. Well, guess what? All that stuff is not love. That's fear. And so my guides are really emphasizing how important it is to come back to love. Now, does it mean you have to be in a fake energy? No. What that means is to seek what makes you happy. So seek in your life, in your union, at this moment, what makes you happy. So for me, a walk outside yesterday, it's like almost 60 degrees in Connecticut, which is absolutely unheard of in November. It's not okay. I mean, it's happened before, but it's not a normal thing. This is due to climate change. But going outside and having that beautiful weather for a walk was so soothing to my soul that I felt elated. I felt happy. I felt light. I met people in town and had a good conversation and enjoyed myself. And that just brought my vibration up a little more. And it made it possible when I came home to rest a little bit and get back to work and doing what I need to do and doing what I love. And so I feel like for all of us, it's really important that we do this at this time. We're at a critical point on our planet. We are like at a place of massive, tremendous amount of change. And we can't make that happen in the direction we'd like it to go in if we're not manifesting into that space and manifesting from the space of knowing. I keep getting really clear, empty yourself, empty yourself. So it means empty out fears, empty out worries, do whatever you can to streamline the stress in your life. And if it means step back from people that are negative, step back from people that are negative. If it means step back from people going through a lot of anxiety and stress and you're not able to separate yourself from that, then do that. If it means connecting with new people, then do that. If it means reaching out to a healer to assist you, do that. If it means finding guidance on your path, do that. If it means getting a little more clarity, do that. I know for myself, I'm doing that. I'm connecting with friends that are very similar to my vibration, and I'm asking for assistance where in the past I might not have. In the last year I've asked a little bit more, but I might not have had it been a few years ago. But I want to stay in the highest frequency possible. And if it means doing healing on myself that I need, then I'm going to do that for me. So I encourage all of you to explore that and to reach inside of you and really look at where your blocks might be. Now, why am I saying blocks? Because the reality is, if we're coming from fear, that's a block. And one thing my guides had said before, and I believe I might have mentioned this in a previous video, if you are dealing with something from your past and it shows up, then that means you haven't finished that completely. That means it's not gone. That means it's still there somewhere inside your field, and it is a block for you. And it means you need to focus on that and see what really that is symbolic of, because it's probably not that specific thing because you thought it was done, but it might be symbolic of something bigger or something smaller that's still kind of in the way. When I think of that, I think of the Princess and the Pea. If you know that story, she sleeps on all these mattresses, but the real princess, she can feel the pea, even though it's this little tiny pea way at the bottom of all those mattresses. Well, that is exactly what it's like in this journey, is that little pea, it still affects us in some way, shape, or form. And if we can clear that and remove that, we're going to be okay. We're going to be able to move forward through this journey, not have that as a problem. So I am going to stop the video here because I believe that I need to do another video for the reading, but I wanted to give this information out to you because I've been getting a lot the last few days about how important it is for us to turn inward and work on us. And I know, a lot of my videos say work on you because you're working on your twin. Well, work on you because to navigate in this new field, you want it to be unfiltered with old issues and old beliefs and old patterns. You want that stuff gone so that as you're creating from purity and from love. And does it mean you have to be perfect? Absolutely not. No one's perfect. However, it does mean that it will let you create from a sacred space versus a space that's been convoluted by all the negative energies or beliefs or fears that you're carrying. So I encourage you to spend some time working on you. Make a little time each day. Use the super moon energy to help you. So now is the releasing time. It's about 3 days after we had the full moon, and that's the perfect time to do a releasing ritual. And I found that for myself, I did this beautiful smudging and clearing of my home last night. I felt peace, and I just laid on my chaise lounge, looked out the window, and watched and stared at this beautiful supermoon as it started to move away. It's starting to go away. So now it's time to let go and release what you don't need. Empty yourself of everything that is keeping you stuck where you are. And this is going to take a little time and a little effort and a little work, because a lot of us have done a lot of work, and a lot of us are in a space where we feel like, oh my gosh, I've journeyed this far. What else could I possibly do? And Spirit says, empty yourself of anything left over from the old way of thinking. It's not needed in this new paradigm, and it's not useful in this new paradigm. And if anything, it becomes a hindrance and a block in this new paradigm, in this new energy. And we are in new energy, people. We are. I know it doesn't seem that way. You look outside, a lot of chaos is going on. I see it. I hear it every day. And I feel it myself. And I have it in my world where I feel more peaceful because I'm not staying tuned into what's going on in the world, but yet I am. I'm part of the world, but I am not in the drama of the world. I know what's happening. And when I need to step away from social media, I do. When I need to step away from any kind of media, I do. When I need to look inward, I do. But I am guilty too at times of forgetting to do that. But I'm encouraging all of you to do that and step into you and step into your union. And the way you step into your union is really look at what's happening inside of you, what's transpiring, what thoughts are you having? Because believe me, the universe is kicking up everything it could for you right now to clear and release. We are at the ending of this year. We're ending the 9 year, the number 9, which is completion, endings, right? And right after completions and endings is new beginnings. And are we not ready for the new beginning? I know I am. And the new beginning's coming, and it's going, and I'm tingling as I'm telling you this, so it feels really good to me. So use this time wisely and let yourself release all that's no longer serving you and begin to see that you have the power to create the reality that you truly want to live in with your twin. We are not in a place any longer where it's not possible. It is totally possible. The potentials are real. They are here. But we can't do that if we're still seeing and creating from our old mind. And one of the interesting things that I found this week was how Spirit has been really working on my third eye. I felt lots of changes and clearings, and the way I visualize it or have seen it, and I've seen this with other people, but I've not seen it with me. I was working on my twin, and I was working on myself. And I was getting this thing of, when you go to an eye doctor, if you've not gone, I'm sorry for the comparison, but this is the only great comparison I have because that's what it looked like. When they change your lens and they test your eyes and they say, is it better here or better there? Is it better with A or is it better with B? And they keep changing the lenses back and forth to see what's clearer for you. And I feel like that is what Spirit is doing right now. Spirit is trying to do this for all of us, not just me, but that was the example that I had because I experienced it. But I feel like that's what Spirit's doing. So are you seeing more clearly this way? Or are you seeing more clearly that way? And basically, it's showing me and all of us that if we're seeing clearer this way, well, what is this that we're not seeing as clearly at in our world? So I would recommend that you start to pay attention to what's coming up and what's surfacing. And, I got to say, a lot of us have had messages throughout the year, I'm going to say years or year, where, yeah, it's not working. This connection to this person doesn't work anymore. This connection to that person doesn't work anymore. This job doesn't work anymore. This place I'm living isn't working anymore. We've been getting a lot of clear guidance and a lot of clear messages, and they've been repetitive. And so as my guys always say, when they're repetitive, there's a sign there. We've been getting that years, perhaps, and more clearly this year. And the clearer it's come in this year, the more you need to pay attention to it. So I'm encouraging you to listen to that and to really look at where you're at this time, because those things that you've been getting repetitive messages for, it's time to let go of them. It's time to see what they're about and why they're being brought to you so that you can move forward and you could actually empty out. I guess I want to use that word again, empty, and get ready to replace it with what you want and who you want, your beloved. You want your beloved to come in and take up that space. You no longer want someone who's been taking up the space or something that's been taking up the space that really has no business being there anymore. And it doesn't serve your best and highest purpose. So I bid you a wonderful day. I promise to come back either later today or tomorrow with a beautiful reading for the week. In the meantime, I just want to wish you all well. And I hope that, I know the video's been, I feel like I've been all over the place, and maybe I haven't, but I feel like I have been. So if I have, I apologize for that. And I know I tend to ramble, but I can't help it because the information comes in fast and furious, and it comes through thoughts and images as I'm talking with you. And I almost feel like I want to just capture it all and send it out to you as quick as possible, because I feel like if I don't do that, you're not going to get everything that you need to get. Any last words of wisdom, Twinflame Collective, that you've been shouting out around me? And their last words of wisdom are, behold, dear ones, your love for your beloved is truth. Your mission is getting ready. If you're not already on it, we ask you to step on it now. For in time you shall see how very important you are to all of humanity. We honor you and love you. We know the journey's been difficult and rough. We know there are times that it seems tough and you do not want to go on, but we wish to let you know that love will prevail and your journey will change all of time. Wow, that was beautiful. And I have to laugh because inside I'm hearing the words and I'm thinking that is rhyming. So they're poets and they didn't even know it, I guess. But that was a message from Twinflame Collective. I was hearing them speak to me. So those are the words I was giving to you. So I will be back. I am just leaving you a message today. And I have to say, I've been wanting to give you a message a couple days now, but I haven't been feeling well. And I'm trying to get myself back into feeling good. After the sluggishness from the moon, the heavy energy of like full moon time, I feel like it's about getting into alignment. And so I wish you all well. Many blessings and blessed union to all of you. Namaste.